Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. We are going to be talking about my top 3 favorite products out of every makeup category. So beginning to end. I was watching Jamie Page. She did this video. I think a few other YouTubers did this video, but I wanted to do it. And when I pulled everything out, I was telling myself, I honestly can get rid of everything else in my collection because these are the only products that I've, for one, repurchased and that I feel like I use the most. So every single makeup category, we're going to talk about it all. So I'm excited, get comfortable, get a snack, and let's get into it. There's going to be a couple of products in this video that I could not find a total of 3 of because I just don't have them, or I just can't find any more that I like. So one being an SPF. The Tula SPF, y'all know I live for this. Like, I put this on every time I do my makeup. I talk about this all the time. And this is my second tube. I've tried other SPFs, but this is probably my favorite one out of all. So this is what I always put on my face first, and then I go in with a primer. I haven't really been using a lot of moisturizers like I used to. I just really use this, and like, this is my moisturizer and my SPF. So this is the very first thing that I put on my face. I know you guys have a lot of recommendations when it comes down to SPF. You guys have actually gave me those recommendations, but I always turn back to my Tula. I love it. It's just everything. So Tula SPF is what I use. Now, as far as primers, I have the Fenty Hydrating Primer, the Mattifying Primer, which I don't have because I threw it, well, I didn't throw it away. I emptied it, so now it's in the trash. But that one, the hydrating one, and the Milani Prime and Protect, y'all know this is my top favorite drugstore primer. It's a primer and an SPF in one. So it's very hydrating. It has SPF 30. So when I'm not using my Tula, I'm usually using this. But these right here are my top favorite primers, and then of course the one from Fenty, the mattifying one. Oh, before we get more into the video, if y'all are new, I have combination skin. So after my primer, I go in with foundation. So I kind of pulled out more than what I needed to. So I pulled out 3 skin tints, and I also pulled out 3 foundations because I've kind of been juggling between skin tints and foundation. So let's talk about foundations. My top 3 foundations out of my entire collection, the ones that I use the most, one of them is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. Hands down, one of my favorite lightweight / medium buildable coverage, natural finish looking foundations. The best. I've done a tutorial on this, review on this, all of that good stuff. And the shade that I use is 50N. My next favorite is the Revlon Color Stay. This has become my favorite summer and spring foundation. I'm currently wearing this one right now. This one and something else, which I'm going to show y'all in a few minutes. But this one has been my go-to spring and summer foundation. It's mask friendly. Now, you will get some transfer in your mask. I feel like that's with all foundations. But when you take the mask off, it doesn't look like you have, like, it doesn't look like it came off your face. Your foundation is still in place. It's still flawless. There's no separation. Like, this is hands down one of my favorite drugstore foundations. So that one. And then this was kind of hard because I was like, do I want to do the stick foundation or do I want to do the liquid foundation? So I went ahead and pulled out the stick foundation, the Huda Beauty stick foundation. You guys, probably my most used stick foundation. I have 2 shades because I tried out 500, which I did like, but then I also went ahead and tried 450. And I don't usually buy 2 foundations. I usually just stick to one. If the shade is a little off, I just kind of make it work because I don't want to purchase another one. But since this was so good, I went ahead and purchased 450, and this is my perfect MAC. I've done a review on this. I've done tutorials on this. You will definitely find this and also the other foundations that I talked about on my channel. Skin tints, lip bar skin tint. Y'all, if y'all haven't tried this, just put it in your cart right now. You can get this from Target. You can get it from, of course, the main website. But this is probably one of the best. I don't want to say full coverage because it's definitely not full coverage, but it gives you coverage, but it's also light on the skin. This one and Fenty Beauty skin tint. These are really, really, really similar. I feel like if you want to try Fenty skin, but you don't want to pay that much, try the lip bar because it's very similar. The finish is very similar. The coverage is very similar. I use Honey Dip in the lip bar, and I use the shade 20 in the Ease Drop skin tint. Now this is the one that I have on with the color stay, the Revlon color stay. I just put this on the center of my face, and I love it. So, and y'all can see how much I love it because look how much I've used. It's so good. Another one. Now, I wouldn't consider this a skin tint. This is actually a CC cream. It's the e.l.f. Camo CC cream. This is probably the most full coverage CC cream that I've ever tried. I couldn't even find 2 more CC creams in my collection, so that's why I just picked this one up and put it in the like skin tint type category. But yes, I use the shade Deep 540N. I've also done a review on this. A lot of the products that I'm talking about, I've already done reviews, tutorials, or at least talked about it on my channel. So yeah, I just wanted to, you know, put that out there. But yes, this has SPF 30, and also the skin tint from the lip bar. This one has SPF 11, but you don't have SPF in the Ease Drop skin tint from Fenty. But yes, girl, hands down, my favorite skin tints, and also my favorite CC cream. So I was trying to go in the order of how I do my makeup, and I totally missed the brow. So let's rewind and talk about brow products. Huda Beauty. Huda freaking Beauty brow pencil. I tried this out earlier this year. Fell in love with it, purchased another one, ran out of that one, and this is my third one. This hands down is the best brow pencil I've ever tried. But I will say one thing about this brow pencil I don't like is that it breaks so easily. You have to have the lightest hand when you use this. But when I say it's going to give you the perfect, precise, natural looking brow, if you want to do those like hair-like strokes in your brow to make it look like you have, you know, hairy brows, you can do that with this because it's so freaking skinny. It's like putting a needle in your brow. Not like poking your brow, you know, but a needle. Just imagine a needle and using it to make hair-like strokes. That's what this is. It's the best. The freaking best. Out of the other two that I'm about to show you, this is my favorite one. I like the other two, but this one is it. This is it. And then the other two I have is Fenty Beauty Brow MVP. I use the shade Black Brown. Oh, I forgot to tell you what shade I use in the Huda. I'm going to have the stuff down below in the description, but Fenty. This comes with like a, you guys, a lot of you already know this, but if you don't, it comes with like a little brush that looks like a toothbrush. And I like it. I like using that in my brows. It's different, but it does what it needs to do. And then the pencil part, I like the Fenty brow pencil because it's not too soft. You know how some brow pencils are like really waxy, really soft, and it just makes the brows look, I don't know, it almost doesn't make the brows look natural. But this one, this is nice. I like it. And then the Huda, why am I saying Huda? e.l.f. Cosmetics Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is my favorite drugstore brow pencil. It's really similar to all of my other favorite drugstore brow pencils, like the L'Oreal, not the L'Oreal, but the Covergirl. Y'all remember that one? Girl, I used to rave about that one. The Covergirl brow pencil. I use the shade Soft Brown. I went through so many of those in the past, but this is the cheapest out of that, out of Covergirl. And then there's one from Maybelline that I like, but they are really similar. Very, very similar. This is definitely comparable to those, but it's the cheapest. And if it's cheaper, if it works just as good, if not the same, then I'm gonna go the cheaper route. So this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics is really good, and this is in the shade deep brown. So those are the 3 brow pencils that I've used the most, that I've repurchased the most, and that I feel like I would be content with if I didn't have any other brow pencils in my collection. Let's talk about concealers, like what I use to highlight my face. These are the only concealers in my collection that I have repurchased twice. So Huda Beauty Stay Woke Concealer. I use the shade T2, Brown Sugar T2. This one, along with the other 2 that I'm about to show you, are the only concealers in my collection that I've tried with several different setting powders that look good with all of those setting powders. You know how some setting powders can kind of make your concealer or just your face overall look a little, I don't know, but it works with all of my setting powders. It looks good with all of my setting powder. Well, all the setting powders that I've used with it, and it doesn't crease. It gives me just enough coverage, and it just does what I need it to do in a freaking concealer. This is really, 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 now I know some of you may disagree, but this and e.l.f. Cosmetics 16-hour camo, not CC cream, 16-hour camo concealer. These 2, on me, in my opinion, are really close, really similar. The finish, the way they look, the way they just overall, very, very, very similar. I've purchased, this is my 3rd tube of the e.l.f. camo, and this is my 2nd one of the Huda. So if you want something a little similar, now like I said, I know some of you may disagree. You may think that Huda is not as, I don't know, drying as e.l.f. Cosmetics, but this is not drying to me. So I'm just telling y'all what works for me, what I like. But this one is my favorite drugstore concealer. The hydrating one, I'm not the biggest fan of, but this one, the original one, is it. This is what I have on today. I have it on my T-zone, under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, a little on my chin, and right there on my forehead. Hands down the best drugstore concealer. And then my 2nd purchase of the Lip Bar Concealer. I haven't even opened this one up yet, but the best. I feel like a lot of you know these are my 3 favorites because every time I do a tutorial, every time I just do a simple get ready with me, or any time that I'm doing my makeup on camera with you guys, I'm using these. Recently it's been e.l.f. Cosmetics, but I know some of you already know these are my tops because I would use these all the freaking time. So if you have an oily T-zone like I do, these are great. Very, very, very great. So love, love, love those. Now let's talk about setting powders. So I kind of split it up. I went into pulling out pressed powders because I like to still set my entire face with a pressed foundation powder or like a finishing powder, and then I pulled out the setting powders that I set my concealers with. So let's talk about the ones that I set my concealers with. Urban Decay All Nighter Pressed Setting Powder. If you have never tried a pressed setting powder to set your concealer and you want to try one, this is it. If you want that smooth Facetune, like filtered look, this will do it. This will definitely do it. Now, I don't use this all over my face. I just only use it to set my concealer, but this is it. It sets beautifully, you guys. Whatever concealer I've used with this, it looks good. And then I have 2 loose setting powders. Now, let's kind of rewind. When it comes down to setting powders, I prefer a pressed one because I feel like it's not as messy as loose setting powder, but I have found some favorites in some loose setting powders. One of them that I had to pull out the trash because I threw this away because it's empty, is the Sephora Translucent Setting Powder, you guys. This is the first setting powder, well, first loose setting powder that I've ever emptied. One thing that I really wish Sephora would do is come out with a setting powder just like this, like nothing different, same formula, same finish, except it's pressed. Sephora, if you're watching, please just do it. And then the other setting powder, which is what I have on today, on my T-zone, is the Urban Decay All Nighter Loose Setting Powder. This is the same exact thing as the pressed one. And that's what I was saying about the Sephora. I really wish that they would come out with a pressed powder. Now, they do have pressed powders, but it's not this. It is not this. But if you prefer pressed powder and you want to try the Urban Decay All Nighter powder, then of course try this one. But if you prefer loose, they have it. And I've done a review on this one. I've done tutorials on this. Like I said earlier, I've done tutorials, talked about these products. Y'all will see it on my channel. But this is really, really good if you have oily skin. I have oily T-zone, like I said earlier. This is bomb, 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 especially if you're going to be outside in the weather, if you're needing something to last all day and not look oily on the face. This will do it. Now, the Sephora loose setting powder, it doesn't make my skin look oily. It does still give me that nice soft matte finish, but it's not as matte as the Urban Decay. This, I mean, y'all can see it. See how matte my under eye is? And it still looks flawless. But anyway, those are the setting powders for my concealer. Now let's talk about the ones for the perimeter of my face. Sephora Micro Smooth Baked. What, girl? I don't forget. Micro Smooth Baked Face Setting Powder. This was an OG. It's still a favorite of mine. I just don't use it as much as I did because I found some other favorites. So I kind of just put this to the side, but it's a favorite of mine. I love how it gives me that airbrushed Facetune look. It's so smoothing on the skin. If you're wanting a powder to just really make the skin look smooth and just either wear by itself or over your makeup, this is good. This is really, really good. I use the shade Deep. I think online it's called Deep Ebony, but when you get the actual compact, on the back it says Deep, but it's deep. It's the deepest one. So if you've tried the MAC Cosmetics mineralized skin finish, this is pretty much it. It's just cheaper than MAC Cosmetics, so definitely a good setting powder. Fenty Beauty setting powder. This is the soft matte powder foundation in the shade 410. This is going to give me coverage if I don't want to put on, it's going to give me coverage either way. If I don't want to wear a liquid foundation, I just want to wear just powder, just right here. This is it. I've done a tutorial doing that, so you guys can find that on my channel as well. But really, really nice if you're wanting just to wear powder, or even if you just want to set your foundation. If you're going to set your foundation, I would say go in with a light hand with this, because this is going to, on me, I feel like it gives me coverage. Like, I don't really need that much on my face if I am going to set it with, if I am going to set my liquids. But girl, where is it? This with e.l.f. Cosmetics CC Cream, these two together, match made in heaven. These are so freaking good. The last one is my new favorite, which I feel like I've been using the most out of all of them, is the Dior Powder No Powder. This is the powder for freaking summer and spring. If you don't like that powdery look, but you still need your foundation to be set, this is what you need in your life, because it's not going to look powdery. It's not even going to look like you have on powder. That's why they call it the Powder No Powder. I use 6N is my shade, but yeah, this is beautiful. I've also used it just by itself, like when I do spot concealing. Dang, I didn't mention that one. But recently I've been using the Sephora, it's an acne treatment concealer. It has salicylic acid in it, but I use the shade Chai. I know some of you know what I'm talking about because I mentioned it in a couple of my videos recently. But I just been putting that on my dark spots, and then I'll go in with this just all over the face, and it looks so freaking natural. Like, I don't even have to put on a foundation if I don't want to. Like, just conceal your dark spots or wherever that you have any type of discoloration on your face. Conceal it, blend it out, put on a little powder, and you're good to go. Especially if you don't want to have a full face of makeup on. But this is good. This is, do I have this one on or Fenty? Which one did I put on today? I think it's this one. I just brushed it lightly all over my face. So that's good. Let's talk about bronzers. This was hard. This was so freaking hard. Now, a lot of you know I have been into these creams lately. Like, I've never been the type to get a cream bronzer or a cream blush, cream anything. Like, I just used to be like, no, I don't want it. Stay away from me. But when I say cream bronzer has been my thing lately, I said to myself, if I only can choose one cream bronzer and 2 powder bronzers in my collection that I cannot toss, that I cannot see myself being without, these are it. So, cream bronzer, Danessa Myricks. Danessa Myricks, she is on my face today. She is thriving, y'all. Look how warm and glowy my skin look. Like, this is it. This has been everything. So, she has 3 shades in total. This is the deepest shade. A tiny bit of this will do this. Like, you don't need to put your brush in it too much. Just tap it in and then buff it around the face and you are good. This is the shade Deep. I just love it, y'all. I freaking love this bronzer. I just place it on the side of my face and then right here on my forehead. I love it. She is creamy. She is rich. She is deep. She is gorgeous. And you can build it up too if you want. I use a very small amount of it because it's so rich, but it gives me the right amount of warmth. Like, I can talk about this for days. Y'all know this. Y'all know this is my favorite cream bronzer. I just love it so much. So let me just put it down because we will talk about this on and on and on. Okay, now let's talk about the powder bronzer. This was probably the hardest decision because I have so many powder bronzers in my collection, so many that I love, so many that I don't want to get rid of. So this was very, very, very hard. So I thought to myself, I was like, which bronzer do you see yourself using the most? Have you used the most? That you feel like if you got rid of it, you'll be sad. So one of them is Fenty Beauty Thick Mint. It's not too red. It's not too dark. It's just the perfect warmth. I did a full video on this one. I compared it to Cocoa Naughty and Mocha Mommy. So you guys can find that on my channel. But hands down, the best bronzer shade that they have come out with that I love. So love this one. And then Charlotte Tilbury, I could not feature this one in today's video. Like, this is the best luxury bronzer that I have in my collection. And that's one thing I was also thinking about. I was like, if I had to get rid of my entire collection, what luxury bronzer would I keep? Charlotte. I have other bronzers in my collection that look just like this on my face, but it's the formula of this powder. It is so, what's the word? You know how when you put on a powder, like if you put too much powder on your face, it's kind of hard to blend it out. This will blend out. It's so buttery and smooth and rich, and it's just something about this, y'all. Something about the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. It is so nice. It is a little pricey, but it's definitely worth it. Ooh, this next one was actually really easy because I've kind of, I don't know, I'm not into eyeshadow as much as I used to be. So this was really easy. So, eyeshadow palettes, e.l.f. Cosmetics Bite Size. If you are a beginner in eyeshadow or makeup in general and you want to try a good eyeshadow, get one of these from e.l.f. Cosmetics. They're $3. You get 4 shades. These are the best best shadows that I've tried from the drugstore. And I chose this one only because, well, I would definitely choose a bite-sized palette, but I chose this one, this specific one, because it has a black shadow in it. And I always say, if you have an eyeshadow palette with a black shadow in it, a good eyeshadow palette with a black shadow in it, you're good. Because black is a staple color. It's good to smoke out the eye if you want to do a smoky eye. It's just a good color to have. So yeah, this one is Truffles. And it has 2 shades in here that I use so freaking much. So these 2 shades in the middle. And it also has a little shimmer in it too. So if you're into shimmer, or if you want to experiment with shimmer, you can definitely try that out in this as well. Let me open it up. So you can definitely play with it in this one too. So those are the shades in that one. And then I have another neutral palette that I cannot get rid of because it has become a favorite of mine. This is the Dior Backstage eyeshadow palette in the shade Amber Neutrals. These are so nice. The mattes in here, bomb. They have metallics in here as well. These are really, really pretty. But I use these shades right here the most. The shades up here and then the shades on the side. And I usually just tap my brush in all of them and put it on. Do I have it on today? I don't think I do. I think I have the Patrick Ta eyeshadow on today. I think. Ooh. Or is it this one? I think I have this one. It's either this one or Patrick Ta. I don't remember. I did my makeup earlier today, and I was just grabbing a palette and throwing shadow on the lid. But anyway, definitely one of my favorite neutral palettes. I have a ton of neutral palettes in my collection. I always reach for neutrals because it's easy. It goes with everything. It looks natural, and I don't know, it's just something about a neutral eye that I freaking love. So this one from Dior, hands down one of my favorites out of all of my neutral palettes, and of course the one from e.l.f. that I love. And I pulled out one palette that has color in it, even though I'm not really into the whole colorful eyes like I used to be. But if I ever need to do a color look, or if I ever need to reach for any color for some reason, or if I just want to do a fun colorful tutorial and I don't have any color in my collection and I want color in my collection, this would be the palette. The Jackie Aina by Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This right here. And I say that because when it comes to colors, I am more of a purple or a pinky type of girl. And that is exactly what this have in it. You have your pinks, you have your purples, you have your brown, you have your orange, you have it all in here. And if I ever need to reach for a black shadow, I have it right here in the e.l.f. Cosmetics Bite Size palette. So hands down, one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection that has color in it. And it's also a good everyday shadow too, because a good everyday palette too, because you have everyday shades in here. You have your neutrals. You have just a lot of cute, warm colors in this palette that you can either work with as an everyday palette, or if you just want to play around with a lot of color, you can do that. And you just have it all in this palette. So yeah, this one, Dior, and the e.l.f. Bite Size. These are the 3 palettes in my collection that I have reached for the most, especially these. And then of course this one if I want to go for a more of a colorful look on the eyes. So love those. Let's talk about what's next. Eyeliner. I don't really talk about eyeliner on my channel. I'm usually just popping it on my eyes after I do my eyeshadow. I don't really show much of the eyeliner portion in my tutorials. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about eyeliner. I had someone ask me the other day what eyeliner I use because my eyes, I guess she was like, my eyes look so bold, but at the same time really natural. So I have been using, I'm about to put y'all on one of the best eyeliners at Sephora, the Patrick Ta eyeliner. This is the Precision Gel Liner, and this is black. This is what I have on today. I have it on my waterline right down there, and that is it. I just smudge it out with a brush, just kind of make it a little bit smoky. And I also, yeah, so I do have the Dior palette on today. I went back into the Dior palette and picked up that darker shade and kind of smudged it into the eyeliner so it won't look too, like it just won't look like I have on a line down there on my waterline. So yes, Patrick Ta, probably the creamiest twist gel liner that I have tried. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase another one of these because this is the one I've been using the most recently or lately. It's so freaking good. And then if you're looking for a good gel pencil that you have to sharpen, this one from L'Oreal. This has been a favorite of mine for years. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Pencil, eyeliner pencil. I like the black one, and I also like this one, which is brown. I like using brown when I don't want to have a bold look. I can actually pull off the brown today because my eyes are really neutral and soft. So just put it on my waterline. I would be good to go. But this is nice. This is, I think it's waterproof. I think it is, but it's good. It's really creamy. It doesn't really tug on the eyes because it's so creamy, and it's good. It's just really good. And then the Sephora, what is it called? The Sephora Collection Colorful Crayon Contour Pencil, and this is a 12-hour wear pencil. This is the black one. They have so many other colors, but this is a really, really nice gel eye pencil. So these are really, really good. Now, I don't have 3 lashes in my collection that I love because I stick to one lash, and I'm just going to be completely honest. If I'm not wearing the Ardell 778 lashes, I'm not wearing lashes at all. I've tried several different lashes. Now, before I tried out the Ardell 778s, I was using the Ardell Demi Wispies, the double up Demi Wispies, but it's something about these. Now, this is a fresh pair. I like my lashes to be worn in. So right now they're okay, but I feel like they're gonna look so much better after I've worn these a couple more times. And I don't wear lashes one time and throw them away. I wear my lashes a good 5-6 times before I throw it away. But yes, I have not found any other lashes that I love more than these. They are so, like, they match my eye shape. I don't have to cut them. They just look good. They look good, and I feel like I don't need to try out anymore because I found my perfect lash. So yeah, Ardell Remy lashes, and the style number is 778. Let's talk about mascaras. One of my favorite affordable drugstore mascaras is by Maybelline. This is the Sky High mascara, my second tube. Love this stuff. It reminds me of the Benefit roller lash because the one looks, ugh, girl. Can I open this? Girl, it done dried out. I can barely open. Ugh. Oh, it's so nasty. I need to toss this because it is dried out. But this reminds me so much of the Benefit Roller Lash. It's very flexible, just like the Benefit Roller Lash. Now, the Roller Lash mascara, the wand has a little bit more of a curve to it. But as far as how it feels, like as far as how it latches onto my lashes, how it makes my lashes look, I honestly and truly feel like this is a great alternative to the Benefit Roller Lash. So yeah, really good mascara, affordable, and it does what it needs to do. Another affordable one from the drugstore is e.l.f. Cosmetics. I haven't seen this specific one in the drugstore, but this one is online. It's the Plump It Up mascara. They have so many other ones, but search for the Plump It Up mascara. This wand is very, very, very similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but it's a tiny bit smaller than the Better Than Sex mascara, but it gives me just what I need. It gives me about the same amount of length as the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It gives me the volume like it does with the Too Faced mascara. It's so good. If I were to recommend a high-end mascara to you guys, I would say the one from Gucci. This is probably my most used high-end mascara. This is what I have on today. I mean, you can't really see it because I have on lashes, but it's my most used, my most reached for high-end mascara besides the Pat McGrath what is it? The Star. What is that one from Pat McGrath? It comes in the gold tube. It's not her first mascara. She came out with 2. It's the second one that she came out with. That one's good too. But I don't have it, so that's why I didn't have it in today's video. But this one from Gucci is the one that I've used the most. That is a high-end mascara. And would I repurchase this? Probably so. But I don't need to, because I feel like the ones from the drugstore are just as good. But like I said, I know some of you like your luxury products, so this is a good one to try out. It doesn't clump up on the lashes. The other 2 that I talked about does not clump up, does not clump on the lashes, and they're just good. So yeah, we are down to the last few products, which is lip products. I pulled out so many of these because I have different categories. I pulled out lip balms. So I have 3 of my favorite lip balms. I have lip glosses, lipsticks, lip liners. I have lip oils, and I think that's it. And then we'll talk about setting sprays. So let's talk about lip balms first. Y'all know I love me a lip balm. I'm always putting that thing on my lips every time I do my tutorials. That is literally the first step that I do. So the first, the 3 lip balms that I have in my collection that I absolutely love, that I can honestly throw all the other ones that I have away because these are so good. One of them is the Summer Fridays lip balm. This is hands down one of the best lip balms that I've gotten from Sephora. The only thing I don't like about it is the packaging. I wish it came in a tube that you squeeze and that you can put, obviously it does come in a tube that you can squeeze, but I don't like the top of it because it comes out like really, really easily, and it doesn't have like a, I don't know. I just don't like how this is made. I'd rather it have something on the end that makes it easier for you to put on the lips. But other than that, the product itself is really, really good. This is it's almost like a lip gloss because it gives you a super juicy, shiny lip, but it feels just like a lip balm. But it's nice. I like it. I like how it smells. I like how it looks on the lips. It doesn't dry my lips out. I don't have to reapply it. One of the best lip balms that I tried. Now, drugstore lip balms. Milani. They did it with these. The Milani Fruit Fetish. I always use the strawberry lemonade. I have all the other scents, but I haven't emptied this one yet, so I don't want to open up the other ones. But this is my favorite. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you have tried the Laneige Glowy Lip Balm, the one that comes in the tube, that is very similar to this. I feel like. Some of you may disagree, but I feel like it's very similar. This is definitely more affordable. It smells like a lip smacker. It tastes like a lip smacker. So if you are wanting a fruity, juicy, smooth, glowy lip balm, this does have a pink tint to it, so, but it doesn't look pink on the lips. It's just a really pretty pinky balm. This is really, really nice. This is one that I always throw in my purse or just throw, in the vanity. Really nice to have. And then the other lip balm that I have, this is different. This is it's by Bare Minerals, but it's called the Lip Gloss Balm. So it's a lip gloss and a lip balm in one. It gives you the shine like a lip gloss, but it feels like it feels like a lip balm on your lips. It's not sticky, it's not thick, it's very juicy, really smooth. It's just all the good things in one. So I have the shade Mineralist. They have other shades, but I feel like this was the most natural looking one. This is one of those that I can just throw on my lips and go. It's one of those that I can throw in my purse if I just want to put this on and then put on something on top. So say if I want to put this on with a lipstick, I can do that. It's not too thick. It's just all the things. It's a gloss, it's a balm in one. Now let's talk about the glosses. This was hard, you guys. So hard because I have a ton of glosses, a ton of favorite glosses. So imagine me trying to narrow this down. So what I did was I pulled out 3 of the ones that I've used the most, that I have repurchased. And yeah, so one of them is the MAC Cosmetics lip glass. I used to use this all the time, you guys. The shade Spite. This was my go-to gloss from MAC back when MAC was popular. But yeah, they changed the packaging years ago. So it is a little bit thicker than the original ones, but this shade is my go-to shade. Love this color. This is a color that I can just throw on without anything on the lips. If I want just a little bit of pink on the lips, this is it. Lip gloss is, they're a little sticky. They're a little thick, but they're good. I love it. I love pairing this with the MAC Hug Me lipstick and also with the lip liner that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. But hands down, one of my favorite repurchased glosses. So MAC Cosmetics Spite. And then another repurchase, the Artist Couture Uncensored Gloss. The nude. This is the nude gloss. I'm going to actually put some on right now because I want to put some on. This is the nude, y'all. What am I wearing right now? I have on matte cork with, one of the lipsticks that I'm going to show you. But the nude gloss. If you want a true nude gloss that goes with a lot of different lip products, this is it. Love it, love it, love it. It is so pretty, y'all. Like, it even goes with what I have on today. Look how it just kind of brightened it up. It's just everything. So good. Fenty Beauty has some of the best lip glosses. So I was kind of stuck on this. I was wondering if I should just pull out my original gloss bomb. The first one, what is it called? Fenty Glow. Or this one. So I realized this one, I feel like I reached for the most. Even though Fenty Glow was like one of my most used glosses from Fenty. But when they came out with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Creams, this one, this is my jam, y'all. It's in the shade Honey Waffles. This is the most beautiful golden warm nude. It is gorgeous, gorgeous. I've also done a review video on this as well. Lip swatch, all of that good stuff. But yes, this one, Artist Couture and MAC Cosmetics. These are my most worn, most used, repurchased glosses that I have in my collection. Now let's talk about lip liners. These are the ones that I always wear. I'm always reaching for. I'm always throwing in my purse. I'm always reaching for. MAC Cosmetics Cork. This is the one I have on today. e.l.f. Cosmetics. Y'all, look at this thing. I have some backups in my collection, but look at this freaking thing. I'm going to need e.l.f. to come out with this lip pencil by itself so I can purchase 50 of these. This is the one that comes in the Retro Paradise set. It's like a lip kit set. It comes with 3 lip liners and a lip gloss. This is Nude 3. And that's what they call in there. Nude 1, Nude 2, Nude 3. And then there's like a pink lip liner in there. But this color is the best color that I've seen in the drugstore. That's a brown lip liner. Like, it is hard to find a brown lip liner from the drugstore. I know NYX Cosmetics have a ton of lip liners, but this color right here is actually a cork dupe. And I've done a video on this. Y'all will see. You can find it on my channel too, but hands down the best thing that one of the best thing that e.l.f. has come out with, which is a lip liner that I can actually use. So yes, we are using her. We are still using her. I'm going to keep using it until I can't sharpen it anymore. And then I'm going to go ahead and open my backup that I have in my collection. But Cork from MAC Cosmetics, Retro Paradise lip liner in the shade Nude 3 from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And then this one from Sephora collection in the shade Molasses. These are some of the most creamiest lip liners, you guys. You don't even have to sharpen them. You just twist it up. Ooh, I might need to get another one of these, girl. Ooh, there it goes. You just twist it up. They do have a little sharpener at the bottom though, if you want to sharpen it, but I never use it. But yes, rich chocolatey brown. I should have been swatching all of this stuff for you guys, but rich chocolate brown liner. So if I want something a little bit more darker or a little bit darker than the Cork lip liner from MAC or the one from e.l.f. Cosmetics, I would be using, I would use this lipstick, Bullet Lipsticks. So my all-time favorite and repurchased lipstick is this one from Revolution Pro or Makeup Revolution. One of those, but it's in the shade Latte. I'm gonna need you guys to get this. I already purchased my backups, so it's okay. Y'all can go ahead and get them now. But Latte. This is what I had on my lips before I even put on the Artist Couture gloss. This and the Cork lip liner. This is the perfect. I'm telling y'all, take a shot every time I say perfect. The perfect true nude beige, true beige nude, and it goes so good with a brown lip liner. You don't even have to wear Cork. You can wear it with a deeper brown like the one from Sephora in the shade Molasses. This is my favorite satin matte lipstick. Oh yeah, that's the finish of it. It's a satin matte. So nice, so smooth, so buttery, and this is my second one. So yeah, like I said, put it in your cart. I already have some backups, so y'all can go ahead and shop till you drop because I already have my backups. My other favorite lipstick is MAC Cosmetics in the shade Hug Me. This was my all-time favorite color back in the day, and I recently purchased another one. This is the best everyday lip. Like, this is my lip but better. That's what kind of color this is. It's a my lip but better color. Just pop this on all over the lips. I don't even have to wear a lipstick. Not a lipstick, but a lip liner. I can just pop this on and go. If I wear lip liner, like I said, it's usually one of the ones that I showed, or I can even wear like a magenta liner if I want the lips to look a little bit more pink. The last bullet lipstick that I've actually been wearing a lot is from Gucci. This is in the shade Stone. This is a really sheer nude lip. Let me show you. There it is right there. It's really sheer, glossy. Love. This is the one that I would pair with either lip liner that I've shown, but I'm usually wearing this one with my e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip liner. Just a go-to shade. So all of the lip liners, lip glosses, lipsticks, all of these are the ones that I'm either popping on my lips when I'm doing videos like this, or when I'm just, you know, putting on makeup without the camera on, or I just want to pop it in my purse. These are literally my go-to lip products. All right, we are almost done, you guys. I'm pretty sure I left out something. I'm pretty sure. If I did, let me know in the comments. But let's talk about setting spray. The one that I like that really sets my makeup and also helps with my makeup from transferring is this one from Smashbox. It's a Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray Weightless. And then the last two are the ones that give me the dewy glow. So Cover FX Dewy Finishing Spray, and then the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist. Between these two, Tatcha has become my favorite and actually my most repurchased setting spray. I have gone, this is my third one, because I recently purchased this one. I talked about that in my empties video. I don't know when that empties video is going to go up, y'all, whenever it is approved. It's probably already up, but anyway, this one I like more than the Cover FX because this is what I have on today. I just have it up here and on the sides of my face. I didn't spray it all over. I just kind of like that to give me glow in the right places. That's why I don't even wear highlighter anymore, because this is all I need right here. But yes, very nice, luminous, dewy finish. It's not dewy to where your skin looks greasy. This is the one that I've been wearing outside, inside, and my skin still looks like, it doesn't look oily. It doesn't look greasy. It just gives me the nice, subtle glow that I like. That is it, girl. That is all that I have. I probably left out a category. I probably did, now that I think about it. If I did, it's cool. It's whatever. But I enjoy doing this. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see another one like this, like skincare edition, night routine edition, something like that. I don't know. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to film that for you guys. But I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.